the end. We'll see a real impact player from the defensive end spot. Pro Bowler Dwight Free. In his Facebook to press the issue in this one. Indianapolis. Now!
The fans are finding their way to their seats. Those who really own those seats as we get set to begin this exciting game. Peter O'Keefe. Peter, we've got a heck of a showdown coming up today. On one side, a running back who's capable of single-handedly taking over a game. And on the other side, an inside linebacker with a passion for crushing hits and stopping the run.
No doubt about it, Dan. Edwin James is a superb player who possesses a great blend of skills and abilities. And that well-roundedness is what makes him such an effective player. On the other side of the ball, we've got another performer. This play Williams is a very accomplished outside linebacker. This guy's like a last dog on the field once that ball snaps. He gets an excellent read on run plays, and he'll knock over as many guys as he has to get to the ball. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a real dogfight in store for us.
Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins. But first, the toss of the ball. There's the signal, and we're ready. Viridian picks it up to begin the game. This is how the game for a goal. The Vikings offense will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. That brings up first down.
First down, Vikings.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Just can't do that. Get away with it. Yep, there's the flag. Definite face mask. That's a personal foul.
Completed the 32. Back to 22. It will be first down.
Injuries this year finally pushed him out of bounds, but by then the damage was done. He's given up a ton of yards on that play.
A beautiful pickup, Peter, and a bit of a collapse by the defense there.
Well, they were caught off guard then, and by the time they reacted, it was too late.
It will be first down.
First and 10.
standard for himself, and he usually meets it. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Takes this one away. Wilson passes it back at the 8. The 28. The Wilson's way outside the defense before he was able to put much on the run back. The Colts get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 28-yard line. It looks like, we had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. Second down, 2 wide outs on the field. Picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up third down.
Watch this. 5 wide out versus a team that is widely loaded up on defense. The most of it, let's take a look. Oh, that's a great catch. That guy has real skill.
Third and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Taylor?
I love it. That's what football is all about. Making the big plays in the double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB. And look at those last year numbers. That's great production. And finally gets the pass off. And that's all. He did a great job. Yep, it's all about remaining focused, man. He knew what he wanted, had to wait for it, and then deliver. Big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that thing off.
The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the rest will start the ball well behind the edge and let on the stand.
Well, way to derail a series from the onset.
Second and long, they win.
Well, receivers are also the nickel package.
in the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings had an effective first drive, and we'll see if they can keep it up. They'll start at the low 20-yard line. Ball is in motion. The 29.
Michael Bennett is a real good back. Fourth-year man out of Wisconsin, and he's got some nice moves, too. He's the game's focal point most of the time. And if he gets on a roll here, watch out.
Second down, both tight ends left. Picks up the first down.
First down, Vikings. First and 10.
Thank you, Dan. I managed to get a word with some doctors, and they said that he's stuck in the leg. Not too long.
Always will hope for the best. And that will be 2 losses in a row. We're down in 5 the first on 3rd and long.
Marcus Robinson makes the catch here with
3 defenders on his tail. I'll tell you, I was not expecting that pass at all. I wonder if he knew it was coming. Yeah, Peter, I think you can argue that that throw probably could never have been made. It was very risky, but it did work out. It's all about staying focused and believing in your team. That's the second man It'll be second down.
I'll take what you can get there before. We're hoping for more. He's racked up 73 yards and 1 touchdown.
Third down, 1 man down. It'll be 4th down.
Marcus Robinson got out of bounds there, well short of where he wanted to go.
They get some yards out of that play, but they are short. The Colts will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. For a gain of a couple.
Peyton Manning had a nice throw there. Got it right past the defender.
Second down for the Ox. James didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Edmund James looked to be in a perfect position to make that catch, but it didn't come together somehow.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much.
Not a lot of potential on that one.
Gets all of his
Nice throw and nice catch. Let's take a look. Had him covered well, but he was still able to make the catch. That's a great receiver.
a beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that call.
Definitely. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down.
What an explosive play. Yeah, that was a powerful frontal assault.
Either way, a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Second down, and they line up with three tight ends.
It's always a plus to avoid third down altogether, just like that. Look at those stats. That's the definition of a standout year.
We'll end up losing a bunch here.
First play one targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, and they had it all locked up.
Will bring up second down. Throws a bullet and finish not reeling. Incomplete.
Joyce Davis knew they were running a short little hitch on that last play, and he was able to stop it. Incomplete.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice play for that down.
Third down, empty backfield.
Marvin Harrison was the man on that play, coming across the middle, but the ball couldn't find him. Incomplete.
Either in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. And this play was more proof.
What third and second people down there. And he also good.
Smith gets ready to punt this away. Smith gets the ball and aims this one out of bounds. This will fly out of bounds at 16.
Hunter Smith did a good job angling the punt out of bounds, so the offense will start off stuck inside the 20.
The Vikings and their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum for that. This one will start at their own 16-yard line. Number 42, tips away on the coverage, incomplete.
Number 42, got that pass down. And he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down. Second down with the tight end. First on 3rd and long. The 37. Second down and 4 wideouts in the game. But he will keep the drive alive. First down at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal.
Eric Kelly couldn't panic when the ball got loose, and that was why he was able to reel it back in the boat.
First down, goal to go.
Some good yardage. Wow, great blocking on that call.
Will put a touchdown in his stat column.
And that's always nice to happen. So far, he's got 50 yards and 1 touchdown. Number 12.
The extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and kicks it off.
Walter
Fields the kickoff at the 30.
Well, Walton got waylaid by the defense before he was able to put much on the run back.
The Colts offense takes the field, and their running game has yet to get on track. We'll see if it happens here as they start at their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, I lowered his shoulder and just charged through the line. What a physical guy.
Either way, a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
A great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
It's his second touchdown. James goes in motion. Harrison didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Never gave it.
Coach Dungy doesn't agree with the call, and we're going to see the red flag. This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
Dan, when we check out the replay here, we should be able to see if the catch was made prior to going out of bounds.
After review, the pass has been ruled complete. The catch was made prior to going out of bounds. Indianapolis will not be charged for timeout. First down. He likes the pass, and instead of
As you can see, he's up over the century mark. He's aimed up right there.
he picks up one on the play. Throws a bullet to the back. The reception's made at the 40, 15, 5.
Watch this play where he makes the catch. And then nice and head for 30 minutes.
And another wonderful effort after the catch, getting it into the end zone.
Yeah, it's all about effort, Dan. What a great performance.
Now the point after is there's the signal, and we're ready. Rockets this one deep.
Decided not to down it, but couldn't even make it to the 20, which may affect his Christmas gift from his special teams coach.
The Vikings have a long field ahead of them and start this drive back at their own 15-yard line.
RJ Culpepper took it himself on that last play, and lucky for him, it worked. That's a great scramble. Never done the razzle dazzles the entire stadium with this move. Watch this.
Just skywalks right over them. The defender never knew what hit her.
Or what didn't hit her. He thought for sure they'd knock helmets.
That was his second rushing touchdown of the day. Not a bad day at the office so far.
That's typical production for him, Dan. He's that kind of player. As you can see, up over the 100-yard mark. Just another day in the office.
Here's the extra point, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Kicks this one away. Rhodes fields it all the way back at the goal.
Mark Rhodes got waylaid by the defense before he was able to put much on the run back.
The Colts will start this first play of the drive at their own 22-yard line. James catches it in the flat, and that's good for a gain of 5.
Taking advantage of so hard to pursuit and passing out there, Dan. Clearly, he was splitting the short game so far, and he's got 172 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Second down, 4 yards to go.
Dropping the ball forward before he can get to the marker.
That's his third tackle of the game. Gains 3 yards as they convert the third down. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. Vikings are out in front, 21-14. Harrison goes in motion. This to the right sideline, and it's incomplete.
Kenner wanted that one away clean. The receiver didn't have a flare again.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. Forces the incompletion.
Chris Playboy managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Second down, coming up on the 10th play of the drive. James goes right up the middle and maybe picks up 1 on the play.
baby.
That's his first drop, and it is not often you see that from him.
No, normally he's pretty sure-handed. Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field.
Hammerjack hits it from 50 yards out and has it sailed just left to the upright.
Number 16, had to use a butterfly net to bring the high snap down. Watch him adjust here. And he got the kick off, but that's no good. I think the bad snap was a factor.
The Vikings bring their offense on the field and will start this drive at just over 1 yard. That's a gain of 7 on the play.
Randy Moss had the football away from 3 defenders in his area. That's got to feel good.
Either one a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Picks up the first down. Use up 4 yards. That will bring up second down.
58, gets it back. What are the numbers generated on the ground? That is impressive.
The third down.
First down, Vikings. Nice gain on this baby. Looking to eat up the yardage here.
That's in another run for him. He's definitely getting the workout so far.
They were relying very heavily on their running game. And so far, I can't blame them.
Second down, both tight ends. It seemed like the defense read that from the beginning, and they forced the incompletion with one of the lead. Beautiful play by the defense. What will be a second? Here's the Viridian defense that flies out of bounds at the 8.
Aaron Bennett showed some great accuracy on his punt there, Dan. He landed it inside the 10, which will give this offense lots to think about.
The Colts had their last drive stall out out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their own 8-yard line. That's a pretty vivid description, but I tell you, it works. And the play works, too, as he surges across the line for a big gain.
It's all about using your blockers, man. They clear a pass, you use the pass.
What a run, man. He was generating some great numbers.
Oh, yeah, he's running hard.
James takes it for his 14th carry and searches for a hole. Brought down at the 27.
Second down with a split backfield.
This one, chance of tip. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Aaron managed to disrupt him. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great deep.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great rebound.
Smith lines up for the punt. Smith gets the snap and pummels this one deep. Howard fields the deep kick to 24. To 34.
The thing for two there, but after that gigantic pump, it was like carrying a single stage on a roaring face. That doesn't make much of a difference.
The Vikings offense comes out and are hoping to continue their success on the ground. And let's start at the 34-yard line.
Still couldn't make a play out of it.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get there, but they were hoping for more. They did, look there. Way to pick up yards after the first pitch.
Five on the play, and that brings up third down. He's now up to 6 tackles. Demick lines up the punt after the 3 and out. The 22. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turn the ball over leaps out at you. And you have to think that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat in the NFL. Troy Walters got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Colts stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 22-yard line. Harrison goes in motion. Picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down.
Adrian James used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
And he stopped right there.
Eric Kelly delivers a punishing blow to the ball carrier there. And he gives up the football for the fumble. Great hard-nosed defensive play.
Peter, there are many ways you can start a drive, but a turnover is not one of them.
No, definitely not. That was a big help.
Coach Dungy is not happy with that call, and he's going to challenge it.
Hey, come on, challenge.
This is their second challenge, and if they win this one like they won the first, they'll have a chance at a third challenge.
Oh, then we've got to see if the receiver established possession before he lost the ball. Remember, he has to have full control of it. That looks like a catch and then a fumble to me there. I'm agreeing with the original
After
play.
review, the play stands. The receiver did have possession. It is therefore ruled a fumble. Indianapolis will be charged with timeout. First down, Minnesota.
That will cost them a timeout, and they have to believe that he is not very happy with it. The Vikings want to capitalize on the fumble, and we start this drive at the 32-yard line. Things at the right side, and it's tipped incomplete. It's good for a gain of 10 on the play.
Well, look at those numbers from last year. That is impressive.
Brings up 4 yards. That brings up first down.
First down.
That's the cause that runs into traffic. Crosses the field. 17.
With nowhere to go.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get there, but they were still hoping to know.
Another short pass, and he likes that area of the field so far.
Well, why not? He's had success there.
And they convert on third down.
Marcus Robinson clears in the catch despite being covered by 2 defenders. And I guess he just can't be intimidated. Check this out. Oh yeah, it's all about being focused. He had his eye on the ball the whole time and knew where he had to be.
I think the short game is working for him, moving him forward a little at a time.
It's not the environment of you. Now, pass, or even quarterback sneak. All options.
Knocked away from the receiver, incomplete.
Because Marcus broke in from the zone and forced the incompletion.
And had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. That's how a fight from beginning to end, baby. Peter Evans used to being in the end zone. This is a great day even for him. I love it. What a player.
Number 8 to attempt the extra point. Number 12, over.
Here's the point after, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Rockets this one deep. Whoa, decides to take it out of the end zone. Well, it may have been a little risky. He gets out close to the plate, so it all comes down to walk on that one. Wow, look at that TD step. That's having a nose to the end zone, my friend. James goes in motion.
Peyton Manning is checking off his receivers, finding the man, and that's evidence as you review the target. Note the short passes and how that's enabled him to rack up 223 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Second down, and they line up with 3 tight ends. Takes his 16 of the game and barely picks up the first down. James picks up a couple. Tips it to the left side. That will bring it first down.
150 plus receiving yards. He's been making plays.
James takes this one away. He's up about 4 on the play.
Well, those are some impressive numbers. Look at those receiving yards.
Generating some great numbers.
Oh, absolutely, Dan. So far, he's got 263 yards and 2 touchdowns. This right here is a last ball, and fortunately for the defense, they grab it and gain possession. Heads up play.
Peter, there are many ways you can start a drive, but a turnover is not one of them.
Oh, definitely not. That was a big-time play.
The Vikings come out on the field, and they're looking to extend their lead before halftime. They'll start at their 33-yard line. Gains 8 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Second and 1.
Pushing motion. Interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love to be like that.
The Colts turned the ball over the past 2 times out. They need to hold on to it as they start this drive at their 50-yard line.
Go, 26! Go, 26!
Continue to run. That will bring up first down.
Over 200 yards.
Second down, 1 man down.
Go, 44! Go, 44!
First down.
Well, check out the passing performance here. Talk about yards. Making Wayne has nobody on him. The quarterback saw it and got the ball to him.
They've been having some real success by keeping him on the left side of the field, Peter.
Yeah, that's because of the great routes he's been running.
Second down with the tight end right.
Number 16, Holden.
With a 24-yard field goal puts them a little closer to tying things up.
Yeah, and that's a positive note that once you win, you start to flip up your team.
There's the second and Guerrero. And with that, brings up Woody here. The Vikings get this first out of the end zone for a touchdown. The Vikings offense takes the field with the clock at 8. It's complete at the 25, and he's stopped right there. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Vikings enjoying the lead, 28-17. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Over.
All right, Dave. Interesting game at the head. Get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN halftime report. I'm Chris Berman. Look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Colts look great on the stat sheet, but they're behind on the field. They might have to change their approach. Let's get started in this one. Early in the first quarter, Dante Culpepper would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. A 22-yard touchdown for the Vikings. The Vikings get the first points of the game and go up by 7. The Colts still early in the first. The Colts with possession at the 25-yard line. Peyton Manning would find his target on this one. A 24-yard touchdown for the Colts. The Vikes, midway through the first, game tied 7-all. Dante Culpepper connected with his man on this one. The Colts, midway through the first, Peyton Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Game tied 7-all. Michael Bennett is able to make things pay off on the ground. An 8-yard touchdown for the Vikings. The Colts come right back. Ball at the 42. Starvin Marvin Harrison was definitely a key as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. A 41-yard touchdown for the Colts. The Vikes answering right back. Game tied 14-all. Michael Bennett takes the handoff here. Look at the blocking at the point of attack. Big opening up the middle. The Colts later in the second, Reggie Wayne found a soft spot in the defense and worked to his advantage. A 27-yard play that set up a Colts field goal, but they couldn't connect. Colts behind, 21-14. Chris Claiborne would turn things around. Big shift in momentum here. Counts out a fumble. The defense recovers. The Vikes in control after a fumble recovery, knocking at the door. Michael Bennett got the carry as they pounded at him on the ground and made the most of it. A 1-yard touchdown for the Vikings. The Colts late into the second quarter. Colts down by 14. Chuck Wiley's going to have a beat on this one. It's a fumble. He's right there to get his hands on it. The Vikes still late in the half. Mike Goss was in the right place at the right time. As his interception was a possible momentum shifter. And that's where we'll leave this one. Colts are down at the half, 28-17. Time now for our Halftime Hero Award, which recognizes the most dominant player of the first half. This time there could be no question. Starvin Marvin Harrison has played like a man possessed. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Cubs get the ball first this half, and they could use the score right out of the gates to get back into this one. They currently trail 28-17. Let's get down to the field and the action.
Thanks, Dan. Head coach Mike Tice told me during the break that their defense has really been the key so far. He noted that they've managed to cause and recover some big fumbles that changed the momentum of the game. He went on to say, we couldn't ask them to play any better than they have. I sure hope they keep it up. Back to you, fellas.
The score here. This drive will start at their own 25-yard line. Manning throws a heater, and it's tipped incomplete.
Chris Claiborne swatted that one away cleanly. The receivers didn't have a prayer in getting it.
That is their fourth batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We'll see if they can keep it up there.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Takes one off to the right and picks up a couple.
Flipping. Number 87, offense. Repeat second down.
It's his man, and watch how he does it. There's the block in the back. You can't do that. Flipping him.
Second and 22. Ball at the 15 yards.
Manning pulls a heater right side.
Unmistakably, a man running close back there. They need a great move to get the count.
They get something out of that play, but not nearly enough. Third and very long ahead.
As it goes to show you, Dan, that there's a hole of a first 2 downs can do to a team. And look there, he's got over 300 yards for the game.
This one will fall incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Marcus Collins had that ball in his hands on that play. He just dropped it.
Peter, in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. This play was more proof.
For third or second people down there. And he will convert. It really hurts.
Smith finds it deep in his own territory. Smith takes the long snap and punts it away. Howard catches it at the 30-yard line.
And then room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Vikings come out on offense and are well ahead. They have another shot to score. They start this drive at the 30-yard line. He's starting to fill the little snap hook.
He is dominating. So far, he's got 7 seconds.
He's been working hard so far. That's his 8th tackle.
So far, he's got 2 interceptions.
Here's the extra point. This will be the information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Look at how many times they have to punt it away. They've got to put a few longer drives together and get into the end zone.
The Vikings were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at the own 20-yard line. Is made well past the markers for a first down.
Dante Culpepper with a terrific completion in double coverage here.
Wow,
Now that is one confident QB.
Another short, controlled pass for the completion. Their short game has been pretty good.
They haven't been nickel and diming them, but they've been nickel them. I like their stuff. Great receiver.
That's his second tackle so far. Two losses in a row.
Great read by the team. The last two plays.
Third down and 5 wide receivers just to follow. And they get the first on 3rd and long.
Marcus Robinson had 3 guys covering him on this play, and he still made the catch. I don't know if it was a good effort by him or a bad one by the defense. It could have been both. Oh, it's hard to believe that play worked.
3rd and long, and they get the big play to trying to figure that out. That's what football is all about. Making big plays in the infield. You can't help it. Allison goes in motion. For some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
2nd down coming up. Close to 6.
Again, has taken it to the offense. You have to put it in for that huge run he broke off earlier. The real game is as soon as he gets passed along. I like his numbers here. So far, he's racked up 174 yards and 3 touchdowns.
3rd down, both wide out to the right. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Gary Brackett managed to disrupt him. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great deal.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive team.
Taylor gets ready to punch this away. Taylor takes the ball and punch it away. Let this one bounce, but it will pin them deep at the 5.
Aaron Bennett finds the old coffin corner, as they like to say. Heck, I like to say it too. Out of bounds, and that's perfect. Buried them inside the 5-yard line.
The Colts had a 3 and out last time. We'll see what they can do here. They'll start at their own 5-yard line.
Kenny Mixon not only cleaned the ball carrier's clock in the backfield, but bumped and polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up.
That will bring up 2nd down. 2nd down, 2 receivers to the left. Bounces out to the left side and picks up a couple.
Corey Chavis gets some yards on the play, but then he stopped him. Let's check it out. Yeah, he saved the play by tackling him before the marker.
That's tackle number 6 for him. Good game so far.
Definitely.
Smith lines up the punt after the 3 and out. Smith takes the long snap and pummels this one deep. Howard fields the deep punt at the 40.
Beauty of a kick there. By the time he looked up, there's nowhere to go.
The Vikings offense comes out on the field, and they have found themselves in a shootout. That's his 3rd tackle of the game. Definitely a slow start, but he's finally got a completion, and maybe now, Peter, he has time to make his mark on the game. But where was he in the first left and right. That is their 6th so far. Great anticipation. The Colts have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 20-yard line. Manning takes it to the left side. The catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
Ricky Williams leads by 2 defenders on this play, but still comes up with the ball. Oh, that's pure skill. You can't coach that.
Beautiful catch, Peter, and his stats are moving up.
Moving way up there. He's now got 98 yards on 8 catches. Corey Chavis with the football back for a little gain after he picked it off. He was hoping for more, but, he'll take it.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Vikings are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 30-yard line.
Goes in motion.
Yet another penalty for the day, and chews up about 4 on the play.
Oh, look at those guys. That's how to get it done on your drive. Marcus Robinson has a small crowd of defenders working him and yet still makes the catch.
There's the catch, and there were 3 guys around it.
They say bad things come in threes, but that didn't seem like that was bad at all. It was rather annoying, but
Peter had another drive here in the third, and he's been working hard all day. Catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
look in, great receiving yards there. That will help your fantasy team.
Second down, 2 tight ends in the game.
These short yardage plays are a lot harder than you think, but on this one, they tough it out on the ground and get everything they need.
Peter, while he's used to being in the end zone, this is a great day even for him.
I love it. What a player.
Here's the point after, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Kicks it off.
Walter
Fields the kickoff at the 3. We've had an injury down on the field, and as soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Hey, I like those stats. Great receiving yards.
James picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down.
Edgerrin James used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get free, regardless of how evasive you are.
Now with that strength, with those guns, you could call each other bowling balls or wide receivers for that matter.
Manning really rifles this pass, and it's not reeled in. Incomplete.
Marvin Harrison ran a post pattern on that last play, but couldn't make the catch.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be third down.
It's the series here, baby. We gotta stop it.
Fourth down coming up. Smith lines up to punt after the 3-and-out. Smith takes the snap and punts it away. Back up a few yards on the run back there, pulling down the size of the point a little bit. The Vikings offense takes the field, and they will start at the 40-yard line. That is in motion. To the right side, and is well past the markers for a first down. It'll be first and goal. My gosh, not only put his offense on the field with that interception, he made their jobs a lot easier too with that big run back. Another interception for his stats today, and I can't remember when I've seen a defensive performance like this. This guy's rewriting history. Colts haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at the 1-yard line. Dominant pass, dominant run, a lot of firepower on the field. Downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense takes the field, and they will start out at their own 20-yard line. Great presence in mind, right for the football there. And another interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far. Absolutely. Great reads, great jumps on the ball, great athletes. It's all happening down there. The Colts will start this drive all the way down at the 21-yard line. Walton into the field handled earlier in the game, and now Susie Calvo has a report. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. The trainers have just informed me that he's got a severe headache at the moment. They're looking at him right now. He seems to be in serious pain. The official word on his return, doubtful. Dan?
Thanks, Susie.
Kevin Williams got through his knees and brought the quarterback down back there. Good, clean shot.
Here he has put the hurt on the quarterback in this contest.
You got that right. So far, he's got 3 tackles and 2 sacks.
Third down, 1 man back.
James. Down the block just before he got to the marker. A good game, but not good enough.
He's got 7 tackles so far. Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Sanders kicks it from 32 yards. The 3 points, but they were hoping for 7.
It's the second time today they get close, only to have to bring in the kicker.
The ref gives the signal, and we're set. Close up duty here. Wood decides to take it out.
Took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play. Well, look at these stats. That's a ton of yards there. Watch how he reacts to giving the ball pass. Nice. That's how you make the INT, baby.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love to be like that.
The Colts start this drive already in field goal position, and they're going to line up at the 34-yard line. Will get starts at the line, and that will bring up 2nd down. And this is nothing but read and react, Peter, which is what all defenders are taught.
Great concentration to nab one hefty runner. Stepping up and doing his job.
Wayne goes in motion. It's incomplete.
Reggie Wayne is the intended receiver. Kenny Nixon with the coverage.
Third down, empty backfield. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Reggie Wayne had that ball in his hands on that play.
And he just dropped it. That's 2 drops by one of the more sure-handed receivers in the game.
Wow. Set up and you see him on a sink like this.
4th down, 10 yards to go. That launches the 51-yard attempt, and who can make that with any consistency.
You have to have someone standing near the goalpost to let you know you
field goal of the day, and giving your team 9 points is nothing to sneeze at.
Well, unless there's no
This will fly out of the end zone for a touchdown. What a kick.
The Vikings offense comes out and finds themselves losing for the first time in the game. This drive will start at the long 20-yard line. Higgins goes to motion.
This will fly out of the end zone for a touchdown.
The Vikings
Have had real problems turning the ball over. They'll need to buck the trend on this drive, which starts at the long 20-yard line. At the 23.
second and 7. Returned for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying a single page on a War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a dent.
The Colts will start a drive with the lead for the first time in this game. They'll begin at their 38-yard line. To 37.
Face mask, number 56, offense. 5-yard
The Vikings are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 32-yard line. The catch is made well past the markers for a first down. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Colts enjoying the lead 44-35. First down with 3 receivers to the left.
That's a great job of getting to the quarterback. Nice set.
They put an end to that play well in the backfield, and they had a real good read on that.
It all starts with the guys up front.
Finally stopped at the 8.
Dante Culpepper threw the pass into double coverage, but gets his man perfectly. Hey, that was one quick throw.
Another short pass, and he likes that over the field so far. It'll be first and goal.
Michael Bennett finds a hole on this one and gains some good yardage. Wow, great blocking on that play.
Again, he gets the ball, and they have stuck by the run all game. Peter Weissel run heavy up to now.
It's a look, certainly fast, but they both have it from the matches. He's running it down the play. I like the running here in the backfield. Both sides trying to run.
Culpepper throws a bullet to the flat, and it's caught for the touchdown.
This is a nice catch. It's a nice call, too. Sometimes those short-range plays are tough ones, but they got it here.
That gives him his second touchdown of the day.
Yeah, he's definitely making his presence felt out there as well as on the scoreboard.
A point after, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Kicks this one away. Clark catches it back at the 1.
Very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, Dan.
The Colts stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 31-yard line. This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete.
Second and 10.
Tackles it out left side, and it is not ruled incomplete.
Reggie Williams tried to snag one across the middle on that last play, but it was no good. Incomplete.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much.
Not a lot of potential on that side. Just before he got to the marker, a good game, but not good enough.
He now has 5 tackles in the game. Smith lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Smith takes the snap and pummels this one deep. Howard here's the punt,
The thing for Peter, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying a single-page battle war and peace. It doesn't make much of a difference. The Vikings offense comes out on the field, and they find themselves in the tunnel.
He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Randy Moss with a towel on that baby. Gets yards, gets the first, and eventually gets out of bounds.
A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
That was a great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. That ball's incomplete, but it would have been a minimal gain had they completed it anyway. Second down and 4 wideouts in the game. Right there, if that's all you needed, you're going to chew up the yardage. Not a player who typically has a TD on his stats, but he's able to run it in after making the completion.
That's why I love the game, Dan. Anybody can suddenly break loose on you and light things up.
Now the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Kicks it off. Close. Fields the kickoff at the 27.
Trying to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully there.
The Colts offense takes the field, and their running game really hasn't generated much other than a big play here or there. We'll see how they fare as they start at their own 27-yard line.
Marvin Harrison plays this one perfectly, getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense should be embarrassed that they let this one get away.
Yeah, Peter, they had him double covered, and they still couldn't get to the ball in time. He was just too good for it.
He's been credited this season. Nothing gets in his way.
I'm glad he's finally made it because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
Now, his quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in that game because he kept throwing it his way.
Manning tips it to the left sideline, and it's intercepted. Right down at the 31.
Brian Russell made a huge play there, not only picking off the pass, but moving the ball forward afterwards.
That's their third interception of the game, and Peter, the D is homing in on the passing game.
A tough play. I love it.
The Vikings offense takes the field, and they are already in field goal position. continues for a first down.
Randy Moss has a small crowd of defenders working him and yet still makes the catch.
There's the catch, and there were 3 guys around it.
They say bad things come in threes, but that didn't seem like that was bad at all. That wasn't bad with a million, but not bad.
With his son is named Marco, and it's a reason he has not stopped on this one, and it's tough. Incomplete.
Morris got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
Right, Dan. You know, why sit and defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Third down, 1 man back. Well, the knee holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Aaron Allen gets the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel, not the way he would have wanted to.
For the first time today, they lead the red zone with only a field goal to show for it.
Yeah, overall, Dan, the defense has to be happy with how he played out.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Kicks this one away. Oh, here's it all the way back at the 20.
See that nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Colts were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Bring the ball back there to his man. Right there, saw that traffic. Good job.
He adds another completion to his strong numbers today, Peter.
Yeah, he sets the bar pretty high for himself, but I imagine he's happy with his consistent performance today.
Pollard goes in motion. Manning takes it to the
to make the catch. Great receiver.
They've stuck with choices like that, Peter.
Well, they know the receiver can pick up a few after the catch. They're getting the wiggle room they need.
Williams makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Brian Williams got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down, tight end to the left. That's to 48.
Check out this replay, Dan. Watch the focus here.
He's got it, and I must say that was some clever maneuvering to get into a position where he could pick it off.
You can't coach instincts like that.
Peter, that's his second interception, and what a game he's having so far.
Unbelievable. He's all pumped up down there. The Vikings got this one on the 38 yard line.
Choose up about 4 on the play. Number 90 with the tackle. That will bring up first down.
Michael Bennett is getting the family on this play, and he had a lot of brothers to help him. Yeah, that design run was a success because he followed his blockers. Without him, he wouldn't have gone anywhere.
What a run, Peter, and his numbers are adding up.
Adding up to one big number. Up to now, he's got 210 yards on over 30 carries.
Well past the markers for a first down.
Randy Moss ran the football away from 3 defenders in his area. That's got to feel good.
Fantastic catch, and he is putting up great numbers.
Got that right, Dan. He's now got 190 yards on 13 catches.
Field, back down to 13.
Chris Nowinski just powered his way through the line back there, clearing the path for the ball carrier. I'll tell you what, Dan, it's great to have a big guy in front of you who's doing all the dirty work.
You know, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and third situation.
Great play. A bunch of options on what was going on.
Pays the price for the first down.
First down, Vikings.
First down from shotgun. That's his third tackle of the game. Nice defensive play will give him the second batted ball of the game.
Great read.
Through the uprights and good.
Aaron Ellen takes the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel. Not the way he would have wanted to, though.
They'll take the 3 points, but they were hoping for 7.
That's the second time today they get close, only to have to bring in the kicker.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Kicks it off. Clark fields the kickoff at the 6.
Waylaid by the defense before he was able to put much on the run back.
The Colts have turned the ball over the past 2 times out. They need to hold on to it as they start this drive at their own completed 7-yard line. He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Peyton Manning rolled the dice by targeting the receiver with 2 defenders here. Let the pass quick and no hit to go.
That play doesn't get off the ground unless he runs a very precise route.
And he had to beat his man.
Double the bust, bang and hit. First down with the tight end right.
Second and 6.
Pollard didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
First play going that way dissected before he even started, really. Textbook zone coverage there. Third and 6.
Lane goes in motion. Rifles this one hard over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Jay Henderson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. Why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Smith gets ready to punt this away. Smith takes the long snap and punts it away. The Vikings offense comes out and are hoping to continue their success on the ground. Having help in the zone really paid off for them. And another interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far.
Absolutely. Great reads, great jumps on the ball, great athletes. It's all happening down there.
The Colts haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins with a we'll get the carry on first down, heads wide left. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field. Tips it to the left sideline, and it's intercepted. They score again, and they are starting to pull away here.
But the stay focused, this game is theirs. Number 8 to attempt the extra point. Number 12, forward.
There's the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Rockets this one deep. Close decides to take it out of the end zone.
While it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out of the walk on that play.
The Colts send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 26-yard line. No dice, and it falls incomplete.
Tyrone Carter did a beautiful job on that last play covering the post route. That pass never had a chance. Incomplete.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 26-yard line.
Manning throws a bullet, and it's tipped incomplete.
Ken Irwin got himself in a prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
He records yet another batted ball, and I'll tell you, he's really playing well out there.
They've been after the ball from the beginning of the game. It's a real aggressive play. 26-yard line.
Wayne didn't call that one in, and it falls incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Eric Kelly kept both eyes on the short out on that one and caused the incomplete pass.
The defense forces fourth down, and even if they had completed the pass,
It still would have been short. You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
throws a feed to the right side. And this falls incomplete. Absolutely, Peter is able to keep the receiver from getting in the air.
Well, of course, in the play starting to show he's knocking up the completion.
That was some aggressive play calling that deep in their own territory, and it may have cost them dearly.
I just don't see how they're able to fall down there, especially up there under the football field. That's a bad play.
Vikings offense takes the field, and can they capitalize on the defensive Bennett picks up 6 on the play, and that brings up second down.
Michael Bennett got yards by staying so close to his blockers. I think they were sharing each other's aftershave.
Again, he gets the ball, and they have stuck by the run all game. Peter, why so run heavy up to now?
It was worth something like that. Because he'll come up with an answer, keep running it down the field.
Find something goes in motion.
Still couldn't make a play on it.
Not much there, but they'll get another shot on 3rd and short. Third down, tight end play. They remove the chain. Stop at the 9.
Second and 4. Ball at the 9.
Second down. The clock is stopped at 2 minutes.
Ball at the 9.
Third down with a split backfield. Fourth down, 2 yards to go. With a 24-yard
Aaron Allen has no problem getting this one between the sticks for 3.
Oh, he was so close. He could have made that if he was wearing wooden clogs. Well, unfortunately, I have a feeling we'll never know for sure. Although they get the field goal, that's the third time they've had to settle for 3 points from the red zone. Can't be happy with that.
Nope, you always want to punch it in when you're close in like that.
Rhodes decides to take it out of the end zone.
Disappointing on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
Colts start this drive of the game well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:45.
Go, 52!
Harper tips it away on the coverage, incomplete.
Lemmy Offers got that pass down, and he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
Another batted ball, and they've been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. You know, why is it to defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Gray, 59! Pick it up! Gray, 59!
Sings it to the right side, and this one is incomplete.
Tom Lipinski was the man on that play, coming across the middle, but the ball couldn't find him. Incomplete.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much.
Not a lot of potential on that call.
Third down, the clock is stopped at 1:39.
Pick it up! Go, 44! Hut, hut! Hut!
Harrison takes it. Take the timeout. That's their final.
Check this one out. Over 400 yards to the game. You gotta love that.
Go! Pick it up! Go, 74! Pick it up! Go, 74! Hut, hut, hut! Hut, hut! Hut, hut!
Manning puts his arm into this one, and it's the 46.
Williams does a nice job picking off the pass there.
He's got it, and he gets a little more with that nice little run back.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Vikings come out on top, 65-44. For my partner, Peter Wilkie, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
All right, Dan. Great work as always. With that, we welcome everybody back to the ESPN studios for our ESPN Video Games Post-Game Show. I'm Chris Berman. The Vikings stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Mike Goss is able to step in front of his fans and pick one off. But he wasn't done there. Touchdown for the Colts. The Colts climb back again and are now down by 4. The Colts on defense, Corey Davis shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Fights out in front by 11. Mike Goss would come up with the big play to kill a drive, as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Vikes have it again. Rob Morris was in the right place at the right time, and his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Vikes leading 35-31. On 3 plays, Mike Vanderjagt would be summoned for the long field goal try. His kick would be right through. A 52-yard field goal. The Colts take their first lead in the game and are now up by 2. Nicholas Harper shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Touchdown for the Colts. Colts ahead by 9. E.J. Henderson would come up with the big play to kill a drive, as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Nate Burleson ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. A 38-yard touchdown for the Vikings. Fight out in front, 49-44. Brian Russell shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Vikes on D. David Thornton shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Colts, after getting an interception, Colts losing by 11. Brian Russell would come up with a huge play here. He was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. They've opened it up now and lead by 18. The Colts on D. Brian Williams shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. And that's where we'll leave this one. Vikings win big, a bunch to 44. Now let's talk to a player who was instrumental in their dominant running game and is our player of the game. Michael Bennett is on the field with our Susan Calvin. Susan?
Thank you, Chris. You played brilliantly and led your team to a big win. What put you guys over the top?
I have to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. You know, the offense starts out with the foundation, and that's the offensive line.
Those guys often get overlooked, and they bring it every game. I think their hustle was a big part of us coming out on top today.
Back to you, Chris.
That winds up our broadcast of the NFL preseason on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for joining us. Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Up next on ESPN, it'll be a question of which Rich Gannon shows up for this one. Will it be the one that was the NFL's MVP in 2002, or will it be the one that was no factor for the Raiders in their 4-12 season a year ago? Raiders, Giants, Max.
It just might make the difference out there. Well, all right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on him as the game progresses, but first, the coin toss. There's the signal, and we're ready. Joyce down this in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants will start this first play of the drive at their own 20-yard line. Ben goes in motion. Open shot when he can't get over the series. They will have to be 24 yards. Takes it off the top. This pass will line. And down at the 27. Third down with the tight end, Riley. What a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation. Yeah, great play. There were a bunch of options on what to play next. He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
down two defenders and comes away with the football.
Oh, nice catch. A beautiful pickup here. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely a great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. First down, both right outs to the right. Runner throws this on a rope, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Viridian Smith wanted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in there.
The defense stood up to that play and shuts down what would be a minimal gain anyway. It'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Hilliard goes in motion. This one at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
John Perella wanted that pass away right at the line.
That'll give us a third down, and the defense was ready for that call.
Well played and a good job of not giving up the short pass.
Zings it to the right side, and they can't connect. Incomplete. Fields lines up for the punt.
Information.
Fields gets the snap and names this one out of bounds. This will fly out of bounds at the 12.
Jeff Beagles did a good job angling the punt out of bounds, so the offense will start off stuck inside the 20.
The Raiders offense takes the field and they have a way to go. They'll start at their own 12-yard line. Flash goes in motion. Gets past the markers for a first down. And it's stopped for a gain of 10 on the play.
Jerry Rice makes his first catch, even though he had three guys closing in on him. What a play.
Either one a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Second down, just a single receiver on the field. Is in motion. Heads out right, hot hard at the 44. First down.
First down, Vader.
Gains 3 yards, and that brings up second down.
Danny, can you deal with this?
He's got the first down and a whole lot more. Rich Gannon makes a terrific completion in double coverage here.
Wow, now that is one confident QB.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they remove the chains.
Great execution. Check those stats out. You'll have to respect these kind of career numbers.
Carry on first down. At the 12.
Sebastian Janikowski gets the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel. Not the way he would have wanted to, though.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Janikowski rockets this one deep. This will fly out of the end zone for a touchback. What a catch. The Giants had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their own 20-yard line. That's good for a gain of 5.
Kurt Warner played the pass perfectly, zeroing in on his man despite the coverage. You know, it's all about accuracy in that situation.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Viridian Smith targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They don't let that play get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up third down.
Down 2 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. The last 2 passes his way were incomplete.
Now let's see if he stays on track.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Tyler Brayton targeted the ball carrier early, but didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They come off with the big play, and on 3rd and short, they force the 4th down.
Yeah, they even caused a loss of yardage. What a time to come up big.
Fields gets ready to punt this away. Fields gets the ball and punts it away. Buchanan takes it out. 19.
Philip Buchanan can make it all happen on the return. Third-year man out of Miami. He's a threat every time he returns one upfield. You better close on him quick, Dan, because if he's got even a little room to run, he'll take it.
The Raiders offense takes the field, and they will start at their own 19-yard line. That's his second carry of the game, and heads wide left. A 45. It will be first down.
Dan, check out all the yards he snarfs up here. Yes, snarfs. That's an old football term. Tell you what, though, this is a great play.
Nice run, Peter, and he's putting together some very nice stats.
Definitely. Up to now, he's got 42 yards on 7 carries. First and 10.
Interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love to be like that.
The Giants are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 36-yard line. Brayton makes the hit way in the backfield at the 41. Second down, one man back. He just dropped it. That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be third down. Something from their bag of tricks, and they managed to make the This one will fall incomplete.
Amani Tiller had that ball in his hands on that play,
and he just dropped it. That's his first drop, and it is not often you see that from him.
No, normally he's pretty sure-handed there.
Second down, tight end to the left. Turner goes in motion. Turner just rifles this one. As he connects at the 17, he's stopped right there.
Turner Johnson made a fantastic catch in double coverage. Keep getting the ball, guys.
A lot of short completions like that today, Peter, where they get stopped right soon after the catch.
Yeah, if you can't make anything happen after the catch, those short throws are useless.
Separates him from the ball. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down. Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Takes it from 35 yards. The ref gives the signal, and we're set. Rooms of beauty here.
Vargas
Decides to take it out of the end zone.
took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Raiders stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 23-yard line. Goes in motion. Pick up about 7, and that will bring up second down.
Second and 2. Wow, those are nice guys. Way to clear the ball.
Is made well past the markers for a first down.
Rick Sanders is a good quarterback. 18-year man out of University of Delaware and an arm that can make the plays when he needs to. He's a flashy guy running the show here, and he can come up big. Keep an eye on him. First and 10.
The guard right sideline and picks up 4 on the play.
Jerry Rice had nobody on him. The quarterback saw it and got the ball to him.
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Second and
'Comes up about 4 on the play.
He can find some room and turn on the jet. Doing his part, and look at the numbers here. So far, he's got 54 yards on 10 carries.
Third down, 2 receivers to the left. The third down.
If it wasn't for them, that play would have changed.
He gets the call again, and they're running right off it on this one. This is a great start.
And when you set the running game like this, you can really take over.
That was right outside, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Carlos Evans knocked that pass down. They made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down. Third down and 4 wideouts. Fields the punch at the 11. Tackle that to 16.
Delvin Joyce didn't get very far running that ball back, but on the bright side, the kick pretty lackluster, so his offense gets pretty good field position anyway.
The Giants get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 16-yard line.
Philip Buchanan does a nice job picking off the pass there.
He's got it, and he gets a little more with that nice little run back. Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Raiders have an extremely short field ahead of them as they will start this drive at the 21-yard line. And had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and Stingy is appearing to be the model for their defense.
Either that or give me the ball.
The Giants were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 27-yard line. Hilliard goes in motion. Second down. Second down with the tight end right. With the 37, and he stopped right there. First down. And that'll do it for quarter number one, and we're all for a game. That's a great play.
Second and 2.
First down for the high. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Kurt Warner has been searching for a rhythm out there, and he's come up short, Dan. As you can see by these numbers, he's been having a rough day of it. So far, he's struggled to get 77 yards and no touchdowns.
What's the pass? What's the pass?
Second and 10.
Warner throws the ball and it's intercepted. Down at the 46.
Eric Gibson knows he doesn't have a shot at it unless he jumps for it. And man, he timed it perfectly to get his receivers a few picks about mid-air reception.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Raiders have been locked in a defensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at the 46-yard line. That goes in motion. As well past the markers for a first down. First down from the shotgun. Rambles for about 5.
Let's go defense. Let's make a stand.
They remove the chain.
And with the greatest losses on that last one, and it paid off big time. You know, Dan, it's always good to have a wingman to it.
A nice play, and with only a short distance to the first, they put it together and make it happen.
The thing should always look
Takes it upfield, takes down at the 7. It'll be first and goal. Will put a touchdown in his stat column.
That's always nice to have him. So far, he's got 87 yards and 1 touchdown. James Wagner, holding.
Here's the point after, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. This will fly out of the end zone for a touchback. What a kick.
Okay, look at this.
The Giants have turned the ball over the past 2 times out. They need to hold on to it as they start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
Fred Warner tried to improvise something at the last minute back there, but came up empty. No rabbit out of the hat on that one.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Never think what you can get them, but they were hoping for more.
The 18. Third down, 3 wideouts in the game. Wilson makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion. That will bring up 4th down.
Rod Wilson came in and got a hand on that football, and he left no chance for a reception.
You know that as a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their 6th so far.
Wow, great anticipation of the pass.
Fields lines up the punt after the 3 and out. Fields gets the ball and punts it away. You can.
Buchanan did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
The Raiders in great field position yet again. They'll start this one at the 37-yard line.
So far, he's got 2 interceptions.
That's Ryan to attempt the extra point. Jeff Spiegel, over.
Now the extra point.
Vargas
Passes it back after 4. Information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turn the ball over leaps out at you. And you have to think that that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat in the NFL. Justin Vargas was able to find some weak spots in the defense. Got a good run back off that kick. Ooh, look at all those INTs. They can't sit well with the head coach.
And heads wide left. Out of bounds at the 36.
Omar Stottmeyer with the push out of bounds.
Tyrone Woodley has been taking it inside, taking it outside, wherever this guy wants. What a workhorse. I love it. So far, he's piled up 94 yards and 1 touchdown.
Second down, just a single receiver on the field. And maybe picks up 1 on the play.
Tyrone Woodley had some blocking help on that last one, but he was still left with nowhere to go.
Not much there, but they'll get another shot on 3rd and short. A couple of yards, but it's the game of dropping the quarterback that matters.
Right? Don't important to stop and appreciate the little shot. Like, rainbow.
The 14. That's the 24.
Delvin Joyce returned for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying Eagle Cage on a war and peace. It doesn't make much of a dent.
The Giants bring their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 24-yard line. Hilliard goes in motion. Things at the right side, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Was the intended receiver? For one, really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up to now, he's got 77 yards and 2 interceptions.
Picks up a couple.
T.P. Barber used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Much of a gain there, and they will face 3rd down.
3rd and long, too, and big play coming up.
This under the rope, and it's tipped. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Lee Rudd swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting it.
A nice defensive play will give him his 2nd batted ball of the game.
Great read there.
Fields lines up the punt after the 3 and out. Fields gets the snap and punts it away. Buchanan cleared for 45. The 45. It looks like, we've had an injury down in the field. And as soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. The Raiders have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at the 45-yard line. Parker goes in motion. Get free, 10, he's in, the touchdown.
Here's it in, and then makes the D real with all the yards he's stacking on.
Wasn't supposed to be a touchdown pass, but he made it one with that terrific run after the catch.
He fights for every inch he can get out there so you don't leave any daylight between him and the end zone. And for the extra point.
Here's the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Janikowski booms up beauty here. This will fly out of the end zone for a touchdown. What a catch. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Look at how many times they've had to punt it away. Gotta put a few longer drives together and get into the end zone.
The Giants will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Gets all of his arm into this pass, and it's knocked away from the receiver, incomplete. Buchanan had to leave the field earlier in the game, and now Susie Calver has a report. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. I got a quick word with the trainer, and they said that he's suffering from upper leg cramps. He's stretching it out on the sideline here, and it looks like he should be ready to come back in soon. Dan, back to you.
Thanks, Susie. Second down, both wideouts to the right. Use up 4 yards, and that will bring up third down.
Wow, look at those tackles. That's how you play sideline to sideline.